Yup. It just got worse. Believe it or not. I don't think it's that hard to believe at this point, but yeah, believe it or not. So, where do I even begin, man? Oh my god. This is just, I can't wrap my mind around any of this. A little bit of a short PSA to anyone out there that has been supporting Hassan or Mizkif in the last few days. Thank you, because you saved me the pain and hassle of having to report you to the FBI, and now you are. Congratulations on the FBI watch list. Thank you. Making it easy for us. What boggles my mind is, not the fact that no one was rushing Mizkif to like actually make a response to any of this. Like he could have taken his time and come out with something, actually coherent and sensical, but no, he just decided to immediately rush to uploading this video.
I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to...
friends to begin with, bro. That's why you're screenshotting and taking notes and trying to find blackmail on them to begin with.
To completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it, but I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released, that are very interesting for everyone, and
sure,
I
think he probably does. And if it's something bad that somebody said, and it's like actually matters, like it's not somebody saying a word they shouldn't say, but it actually matters, like, go ahead and release it, but I wouldn't believe anything he would put out.
We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from, would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me.
It's just, bro, like, we really didn't talk about this, like, trying to get him not to do that. Like, it really, it told her to do this, like, and it's also, like, I mean, you dated this girl whenever she, like, you brought her to the house, and she was already doing TikToks like this to begin with, right? So, like, you knew what you were getting yourself into, and now you're trying to make her change her content. So it's like you took a girl that makes TikToks and makes short-form content, and you bring her into your house, and you say you're not allowed to do this anymore. Meanwhile, you're doing the same type of stuff, and Miz has his own stalkers and his own shit, too. It's not like he doesn't deal with this. He deals with it, too. And so, at this point, I think that especially now that it's been so openly discussed and revealed that he cares a lot about viewership, I think that it's much more likely that the reason why he didn't want her posting that content is because that content would get her a lot of attention. Because it did. Big surprise. So this is the reason, like, I mean, you see kind of the reason, like, I mean, it's just, it's bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. None of it even makes any sense.
Which, makes zero sense, by the way. But he, in doing so, actually openly admits to being violent and aggressive, but without obviously pointing the finger back at Emiru and basically blaming her instead of himself.
Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day, and what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her.
Which is the reason why you texted her 40 times after this, after she left, and you, like, chat GPT'd, potentially, things about how you wanted to get married to her, and you told multiple other people that you thought that you were gonna get married. You're just lying. He's just lying. Like, that's all there is to it. Yeah, and it also makes, like, the thing is, like, him saying this, I don't think he realizes this, but it also makes Russell and Simply look really bad too. Which are, like, two people that are getting AoE'd by this, that he just doesn't even consider the way that they feel at all. And I think that really that's another example of an entire pattern that we're all seeing here, is that Russell and Simply now are being, because they live in this house, and they were also complicit with, theoretically, these animals being mistreated. So you see how quickly he just throws people under the bus, even his own friends.
Which is just pathetic behavior. That's just like, that's being a child. That's literally being a child. Pointing at somebody else and telling them that they're the reason why I acted this way. Are you really that immature and lack the common level of self-control that the reason why you act a certain way is because of other people? Like, that's actually insane. And then when you dig deeper to actually what he's talking about, she threw, according to him, plushies and clothes. I don't know if she actually did. There's no proof.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Mizkif waited the literal second our dear Voldemort went offline to start streaming, so I'm going to include one of the Phase Boys' reactions. It's literally perfect.
But Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Wait. No, I gotta be getting trolled. Wait, I'm not even kidding. Is this a joke? Did I just hear him say she threw a plushie at her?
But if she did, I feel like that is very valid. That's a very valid response to an aggressor. That's a very valid response to being abused and harassed and all of this. So I am totally in her defense of her in this situation because, I mean, it could be in a desperate attempt to, you know, kind of blind him or, you know, I guess incapacitate him in a short period of time to get away or to stop him from being violent. You know, like if you throw a blanket over his face, he can't see, obviously. So he's going to take a minute to get off his face so he can, like, run away or something. Instead of being apologetic, understanding, or admitting anything directly, he basically just throws the blame the other way, acts like a child, and just explains that, oh, my behavior is because of this. And it's not even sensible, it's not even reasonable, it's not even any stretch of the imagination understandable.
I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole.
Why would you tell her to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole whenever you went live and then you told a story that was her private story that wasn't public about stalkers and schizos? Against her consent.
She always wanted me to drive over
Keep
to
in
her
mind that, like, ever since this happened, there have been 2 additional people that have alleged that he assaulted them within less than 24 hours of this stuff coming out. And not a single person that is in the space that knew him is really defending him.
I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that.
Like, I mean, again, like, what about the other people that were negatively affected? Her trauma. It's all about him. That's the thing. This is the entire thing.
I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and
if you hope nothing but the best for her, then why did you say that at a party that you would destroy her? Why did you say that? You hope the best for her, but you want to also destroy her? You're lying.
You hear this and you're like, are you kidding me? Are you just as stupid as you look? Or are you deep down just like so shit at apologizing because you've never done it before? Oh my god. When all of your friends and coworkers collectively come together and agree that generally this is the truth, there is something genuinely wrong. And it's the best part is that massive evidence they have, right? It's not just like, you know, they've come out and said like this happened, this happened, this happened. No, there's literal evidence that Emiru placed forward in text messages, and there are clips from her live streams and his live streams from when they were you know, having issues. I think Emiru handled it very well. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't know how I'd even begin to be able to handle some of those things. But yeah, he has a lot of moments that are coming up and resurfacing right now that are just atrocious. and giving more new like context to what she was saying, because this is all public. This is all in the VODs. You can go and find them.
All right, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he dead?
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered? Like we haven't pillaged? Like we haven't had to do what we had to do to make it here where we she had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
What the fuck is this?
What are you? Was that a test?
You said
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
Let me check my body real quick. Did anyone loot me?
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick. I'll be
There
right
you go.
back. Yeah, she's trapped now.
Fine, look what I did.
Sick, okay, sick, okay, I'm stuck in here, okay, sick.
Make some stat.
Hello, sorry. It's like 20 minutes. Oh. Hello! Abaragi, thanks for the sub.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later. And if not today, then tomorrow my normal time, so.
I just think, you know, it's so upsetting to me. You know, that, I mean, this is just one little clip.
And like at the best case scenario, here's the problem of like here's how it doesn't make sense, right? Like you never like why would you? The thing is like when somebody is a liar, you have to assume that they're lying. That's what you do. You sound biased, okay? Miz said in his thing that was the reason why he didn't want her to get he didn't want to get married to her. And he didn't want her to be the mother of his children. Is that right? Did he say that? Did he say that or not? He said that. Why did he text her 40 times and then talk about living together and getting married after that? It's because he's lying. It's because he was lying. He was bullshitting, man. He was bullshitting. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do people not see this? How do people not see this? And then at the best case scenario, this is the thing. The best case scenario is that he was there and complicit with this happening. And he even saw it and he didn't fix it. So no, nah, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way.
This is literally the world's worst, you know, reverse play I've ever seen in my life. He just pulls the Uno reverse card. He's just like, yeah, well, I did this because of you. You did this. You started it. You threw plushies. I think anybody listening to that clip with a sane mind knows that he is not okay. He is not mentally sound. And the funniest part to me is that, you know, he has either genuinely convinced himself that he's a good person and that this is okay behavior, or he just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. And I'm convinced he just doesn't care because of the way he talks later in some other clips. So he openly admits to being aggressive, but he glazes over it really, really quickly. Like so quickly that he basically makes it seem like it was way less than it actually was. You know, he makes it look like this when it really was this. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't describe, I mean, you could use that word as aggressive, but I wouldn't describe it as that. I would describe it as insane behavior. Absolutely, like, volatile, over-the-top aggressive. Sure, I don't know. Extremely aggressive. Violent, abusive, etc. But obviously he doesn't want to use those words. He wants to make it seem like it was as little as possible, because, you know, he cares about his ego so much. And just notice, he's not even upset about the allegations at this point. He's not even upset about, you know, what is being thrown at him right now.
I'm going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild. But I want to make it very clear. When it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan. My plan...
Yeah, it was.
plan for myself was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything...
So my plan wasn't to do this. My plan was to do this if she did this.
I would say something as well. And that's completely understandable. Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said. And that is what's going to happen. Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. Emiru abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're in Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside. And it's disgusting.
As I said, I've never seen any evidence of that. Everything, I mean, again, like whenever she's in her new house and in the house before that, the rabbits were being taken care of and they weren't being abused. You could ask Bonnie and Senna that. It's just bullshit.
He's just upset about his reputation, his ego, and his standing that was in OTK. He literally could not care less about the actual abuse and the story that that happened. You know, the things that he caused. He is not sorry. You can see it in him. I'm genuinely convinced from what I've watched. I gave him plenty of time. I didn't watch his stuff, obviously, because I don't want to support him, but I watched other people's reactions, other people's posts of his stream and his clips and things like that, and I am genuinely convinced he just is not sorry. He's just not sorry. And you know, he promised Emiru therapy and things to get better and if she came back, but what about doing that for yourself? You know, like, that's the crazy part to me.
Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had.
Surely, if you got all the stress that you had and everything, then why were you just at TwitchCon threatening her employees that you would destroy Emiru if she came out with anything about you? If you've really changed as a person, then why have you, within the last week, been doing the exact same thing that, you know, you've been saying you're trying to avoid? You see what I'm saying? That whole video is him trying to save face? No, it is. It 100% is. It's clear you're trying to do the right thing. There's things that are not your story to tell, and giving the others the opportunity to speak up. Yeah. And I will tell you this. If other people don't tell the story, I will tell it. I did get permission from one of the people, the person that was the most affected by it. I got the permission from that person last night to tell the story. I will tell the story why Miz was removed from OTK. If they don't want to, I'll do it. I'll respect their wishes and their privacy, but I will do it.
You know, after all that, you know, you're like, okay, I'll do all this for you. You've lost the plot, my guy. You seriously have. You are so desperate and bad at apologizing that you even use AI. What even is this? What even is this?
No, I have a really bad story. I had someone send me like a massive like apology message, and I wasn't sure if I like wanted to respond, so like I showed a couple friends and they were like, Emmy, this is literally ChatGPT. And I was like, oh.
You could
I
put
guess
it back,
I'm not
you
responding.
You could put it back into ChatGPT and be like, "Is this?"
Yeah, no,
ChatGPT?
they did, and ChatGPT said it's probably ChatGPT. They're like, I can't be sure, but like it does like have some similarities. Damn. Yeah, I was like, okay.
What the fuck? That's just not authentic at all.
Yeah, well, I think some people just don't know how to like be genuine, so they like now ChatGPT they can just be like, how do I sound like a human?
I feel like an apology shouldn't be like crazy and punctuated and like anything special. It should just be like from the head or from the heart. I don't know.
Well, it's because I mean there were like typos in it, so like I think that they used ChatGPT to make like the base, and then they just like went and like added like personal stuff or something. But what made my friends notice was because they used those like hyphen things. Yeah.
The line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I notice when people do that too, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you're ChatGPT this, and this making me more mad.
Ooh.
I've actually noticed that too. I was like, I know you don't text like this. I'm like, I see people text like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
You know, what at one point, you know, it's like, okay, I'm desperate, I want to apologize, I want to take accountability for my actions, and then there's another point where it's just like, I am literally harassing someone, I am stalking someone, in which I tried to help with, in order to probably, I don't even know, I don't know if I can go back, and say this confidently, but I'm genuinely wondering, was all of this, you know, helping Emiru in the very beginning just a ruse and a plan from the get-go to get to where we are now? Or was that not intentional? Was that like was he actually genuinely trying to be a good person, and then things happened, you know? It's just slowly spiraled down. I think from Emiru's story, I think it's a slow spiral, but if at all we can confirm that it was a pre-planned idea from the very get-go, that is actually so much worse. I don't know. I can't say I wasn't in his mind. I can't read his mind. Good fucking riddance. I do not want to read his mind. Literal self-indulgent psychopath who just doesn't care about anyone else but himself. Seriously.
Envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people, and
it's okay to be envious, and it's okay to be competitive, but whenever you let that envy and competition allow you to be abusive, aggressive, and hostile to other people and actively try to damage them, that's the problem. Like, the moment that your emotions leave your own mind and they manifest into actions, that's the issue. So nobody's really criticizing Miz and saying that you're a bad person for being envious of Emiru doing well, or being envious of Maya doing well in the past. That has nothing really to do with it. What it does have to do is that the comment viewer goes, no, yeah, exactly, right. And the problem is that you have you're performing actions, you're doing things that hurt other people.
I actually can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. From all the stories and clips I watched of people saying, you know, or explaining that he literally just gets angry for people doing better than him, or doing the same thing that he's doing. What? Seriously? Are you kidding me?
This morning, I don't have more viewers when I'm doing sponsors at my desktop.
you had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the Crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset when I succeed.
No, okay. I used no. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you.
Now you get furious.
Yeah, I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because I'm like, are you fucking serious? I brought this bitch into the world, and now all of a sudden she's fucking growing faster than I was. Because I was going like this, and she was going like
and
this.
The thing is that, like, if he felt this way, the problem is that you acted on it. Like, people can think that this is endearing and everything, and it's, like, kind of funny, and it's, like, it's in a way relatable. But the problem is you acted on it. You actually did stuff, and you negatively affected people because of it, right?
And I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect.
Yeah.
So I was pissed. I'm like,
The fact
you
that
were
can
such a
say
pussy.
that-
Babsity?
The fact that
I don't
you
even know what
can
that
say
is.
and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that. Like that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
And guess what? I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpass him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
He could not take.
That's crazy. This is like at the end of a Scooby-Doo episode when they're like, who was it? And it was like, oh my God, it was actually the butcher. And then it goes back through the last episode and it shows the butcher hiding the knife. It shows the butcher closing the pantry. It shows, you know, the barrel being moved out of the way or the body being hidden. You know, like that's it. You weren't really noticing, right? And like now you're going back and it replays all of those.
He could not.
I'd pull the plug.
Which I kind of understand.
Chat, it's like if she beats me in Mario 64. That's literally what it'd be like if she has more viewers. It would feel like she 2-0'd me, and I would just not have that.
Yeah, and there it is. And I guess so, right? And wasn't he with OTK at this time? You didn't know he was no, I had no idea. I thought this was funny. I did. I thought it was just joking around. Like, I don't know. Am I, like, maybe I'm crazy, but, like, I could get why, like, somebody would feel this way. But, like, acting and being a psycho over it, like, I mean, I think these are, like, two very different things, okay? Like, I'm sorry. It's two very fucking different things. Like, somebody joking around with something, it's not like somebody went and told me this shit, and I'm like, oh, I don't believe you. Nah, bro. Like, I was off in my own world. How can I possibly know what happened, right? I mean, I feel bad that it happened, and if I could go back, I wouldn't do it again. But goddamn, how the fuck could I have known? At the end of the day, right? I mean, like, yeah, how the fuck could I have known? Like, I really wish I had, but yeah, that's it.
Dude, I would be, okay, first of all, my friends, my colleagues, my girlfriend or partner or whatever, if they're doing better than me, I'd be cheering them on. Be like, yes, dude, go. Come on. You get that. Do that. You're so good at this. But no, instead it's, I have to shut you down. I have to destroy you before you take over me. I can't believe that. What a pathetic waste of potential. Seriously. It hurts to hear about all this. To know that there were actually people that genuinely believed that he was an okay guy. They were genuinely convinced that he was a friend. You know what I mean? Like, that is insanity. I cannot believe the amount of betrayal some people must feel right now. It's crazy. And it doesn't even extend to, like, just his friends and his family and, like, people he knows. There's another story I can show a clip of now.
Yeah, but to my community and my people, sorry if I got you worried. Yeah, sorry about that. Are you shitting on him? Because he sent me a personal message. Yeah, shitting on me. Yes, that's why. And it's all about me. There are like 3 me in 3 sentences. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so your community actually reflects you. Wow. I was shocked. And he actually deleted that comment later on from like a Discord. Yeah, but of course I screenshot it as evidence. Yeah, you shouldn't be, Karl. Our community is the best. Oh, thank you. Well, you're one of the best. Yeah, it's like so disappointing. I got so personally disappointed. Up until that point, I thought like, you know what? You know, he didn't know, or they didn't know. I mean, it's not about this one guy. They didn't know. You know, of course, they can always excuse it. I was gonna, you know, help them have the opportunity to explain themselves, even to the Japanese community and the English community. And they were like, oh, Yeah, really rude response. Really rude. And there were 3 me in 3 sentences. And there was no period in the sentence. That really, my OCD just like freaked out. Yeah, creator. And it's all sounded like you were upset with me for making a big deal. If you want to explain yourself, I'm all happy. I'm always happy to appear in a stream or video with just content. Take the shit from your community, help make you look good by hearing you out. Let me know if there is anything you'd like to do. But please know it wasn't a personal attack on you or the other guys in the video. I would have felt and done the same to other creators I met. Locals in Japan are too frustrated with tourists causing troubles, whether they do that out of malice or oblivion. Now again, nice and simple, professional. And then the response, you know what? As an English speaker who is like as a second language, English is my second language, but I guess I feel like my writing sounds more mature. Because the response I got was, now I have Johnny Sumara cancel me. You don't realize what you've done to me. Please leave me alone. Me. What the fuck? What did I say? It's not about you. I'm so outraged. Wow. At least one of the bad tourists. Oh yeah, I haven't met them or anything. It was never being like personal. Seriously, I'm outrageous. So such immature response. Encourage hate when some of their community, I guess you have seen that, have been very toxic, and they haven't said anything. And their community has been blaming me for nothing, like, oh, please don't put the blame on them, anything. I haven't, seriously, your guys haven't said anything. Yeah, to try to diminish the hate toward me. So it's like, stop being one-sided. It's like I want to say. But I only reply back to some followers on my ex, and I don't reply back to anybody. And whenever I make a new tweet, I kind of ignore other tweets. But yeah. Anyhow, if you have any problem with that, I can always call you out here. Don't worry about it. But please don't name drop. I don't really like people name dropping in chat unless they are here in chat. Even Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ is in chat, yeah, I can give them attention. Well, no. Yeah. Thank you. He isn't tweeting thanking the people shitting on you. I don't want to always make it about one guy.
He is just rude to literally everybody. He is just mean and a piece of shit to everybody. I can't believe it. He had no reason to attack this person, as far as I know. What good reason? And then to treat somebody that way? Really? Even if you had a reason, come on. Seriously? But given his track record, I'm assuming he had no reason to. And this is just out of nowhere. This is just to be a dick. Like I said, what a pathetic waste of potential. Bro literally had everything. He had anything he ever could have had and wanted. And look what he did with it. Look at what he did. He treated everyone around him like filth. And when it comes back to him, he takes zero responsibility. He takes zero accountability. And also admits to telling her to change and not asking, just controlling. He literally admits to that. I don't, it's crazy hearing him talk sometimes because he thinks he can say something and make it sound good, but in the result, you're actually, you're admitting without, and that's the problem, is he's not, outright admitting to things. It's just oopsies, I said something, and then now it looks like I actually am admitting to what I did. And, it's bad, man. I don't know how stupid it can be to do that. You just take some time, think about what you're gonna say before you go live. That's all it takes. He had all the time in the world, unless, yeah, I guess his legal team was just you gotta act fast, man. This looks bad, which understandably so. I hope everybody that works for him just leaves. I'm sorry that this is just bad. This is so bad. This is beyond just a little bit of, Like, this isn't something you could put behind you. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna, I hope, haunt him for the rest of his life. Like, I don't think you can actually fix this. I really don't. Like Emiru said, she doesn't think that he's going to change his behavior at all. She thinks that he's going to continue this. Which, honestly, yeah, I believe it. After this, I believe it, 100%. After everything I saw, I believe it. And the funny part is, he also has stalkers. He also has some of these problems, and so he should know better. He should know how to, you know, manage this, how to treat other people, and it's just, no. It's all in the name of how much money can he humanly make, how much can he boost his own ego, how much can people kiss his ass. They're not friends to him. They're not family to him. They're not colleagues to him. They're just tools. They're just objects. This is somebody that openly admits to literally using other girls, farming girls for personal gain without their consent in some cases. Some people have actually come out and said that I didn't want this, and he just does it anyway. Emiru being one of them. I don't think she like 100% outright addressed it, but it did feel like it was implied. But I know there are also other girls that literally admitted to it before. And the craziest part to me is also the whole, I had no idea about the whole 2022 like allegations thing, but you know, apparently that happened, and there's a whole story with that. But you know, OTK actually spent, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars actually investigating the problem and making sure that they were doing you know, the correct decision, you know. And despite all that, he's still bitter, he's still angry, and he's still you know, like defiant. He doesn't believe it, you know. He doesn't like admit to anything. He doesn't take responsibility for anything. He didn't, you know, he doesn't say like any of that. He's like, he denies all of that, you know. And I think that's very frustrating. It's very frustrating, and it gives those people, it doesn't give them any rest. It doesn't give them any peace. You know, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. It's not right. But nothing he does is right. It doesn't seem. I don't know what good came out of this, really. Again, I don't know him like crazy, but I know enough. Now I know enough. This is actually crazy. And it needs to stop. Like I said, anyone that's openly admitting to, you know, defending him and like, you know, because there are people that I understand that just say stuff, right? They don't actually know what they're saying and what they're to. But even those people should be taking some responsibility for what they're saying. They should know what they're saying before they say something like that. It's just stupid. You can't say you have an opinion on something without having like an educated guess on it. You shouldn't defend somebody if you don't know what you're defending. So, but I genuinely believe that the people that are defending him right now, and they're purposely trying to harass Emiru and purposely trying to harass all these other women, and everybody that's, you know, talking about this as well, they need help. They need, like I said, some sort of watch list. It is bad because it is so openly obvious. Like I've said, there's evidence. It's not just like, oh, you know, somebody said this, somebody said that. There's no real proof. It's just like, you know, up to speculation. No, it's it's definitive. I believe it's at that point. I believe if this was taken to court, even with just what I saw, because I know she has plenty more. I know he has plenty more. I think the jury would be ready. I think the jury would be ready, just at that, to make a call, man. I'm serious. I'm serious. I mean, he's just all around a really bad person. I don't know how else to look at it. You don't do that to somebody. Any one of those things Any one of those things is just like, okay, yeah, we're done. But then you put them all together in one cohesive package, and you're just like, that man, I want nothing to do with him. I want nothing to do with him. In fact, it's like, it feels like, you know, I'm like somehow like getting close to the devil just by speaking about it. You're just like, ugh. So, anyway, that's as much as I got for today. I just wanted to do a quick update. I don't know. I just think it's very, very pathetic. You know, I was genuinely hoping that this guy was just gonna be quiet for a few days, not say a word, not say a peep, and maybe even just quit, just go off of the fucking face of the planet, just gone, poof. But that was wishful thinking. So, because you know, the next 12 hours, he just already came out and said some stupid ass shit that doesn't make any sense, and actually further incriminates himself, and he doesn't even realize it. So, oh boy, I genuinely hope this extends to an actual lawsuit for the abuse, because I know she confirmed that she's doing a restraining order, which that's a start, but I know it's really up to her. It's up to each victim individually what they want to do. If they don't want to press charges, they don't have to press charges. But I just do really want to see justice for this person. I do. For all of these people, I think it's only right. And I really hand it to Emiru for being so professional, holding back for so long, trying her absolute best to keep it all private, and just, you know, there's more reasons than just one for that, you know what I mean? But she owns up to all of that. She's very, very responsible and aware of what she's doing, and she explains everything very nicely, lays everything out for everybody, and I just think it was so well done. So well done. Very well thought out. And you know, it baffles me that, you know, we get people that are just like, you know, well, she's just saying that. Like, did you watch the video? Did you analyze it? Did you really think about it? I've seen people make allegations all the time on the internet about all sorts of people, and, you know, they generally, unfortunately, are, you know, not enough evidence. They're not sustainable enough. You know, they can't go to court. They can't actually go through trial because it's just not enough. I don't know, it was already so bad and so infuriating and so upsetting and sickening to hear that story and you know everything. And I was thinking, like, oh, you know, he's gonna come out and he's gonna apologize, he'll own up to it, he'll do everything, because that's what people do, that's what adults do, that's what good people do, responsible human beings do. But no, he comes out as a fucking child and goes, oh, I'm only worried about my reputation and my ego, and I actually don't care about any of this. Like, there's not a single little speck of apology. There isn't. You just, yeah, I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't hear it. I don't see it. I don't feel it. It's not there. It's not there. As far as I'm concerned, he literally does not care. And that hurts the most. That is just astounding. To think if somebody can look at that and be like, yeah, you know what? I don't really care. Because it's just about me, you know? What are you talking about? Like, seriously? Like, what are we talking about here? I am actually convinced he is as stupid as he looks. Hate to say it. Hate to say it. He is as stupid and much as a psychopath as he looks. Remember, lads, liars cannot argue for long. Alright? When you have to try not to be wrong, you know you're wrong. When you have to try so hard to prove that you're not wrong, not good. Not good. Not good. I could go on about this all day. I seriously don't know how you can piece together, like, oh, you know, somebody throws a stuffed animal at me, so I have the reason it is perfectly acceptable for me to respond with violence, like outright just violence, and horrifying your partner. Not just like a random person, your partner. It's like, to anybody, that'd be like, here. But to somebody that's like really special to you, somebody you say you love, you consider your lover, someone you would want to marry by his own words, it's all the way up here. It is astronomically just, I can't. I don't know, I can't even begin to think where that came from, you know? Like, as somebody that tries to be understanding and open-minded, I try my very, very, very best to listen to people and to understand how they're thinking and why they're thinking the way that they are. And then I can piece together, you know, their behavior and, you know, the reasonings for it and whatnot. Be in their shoes, I guess. But I just can't with this person. I just can't. Not with this guy. This guy, I cannot. I cannot come to any sort of reasonable conclusion why he's thinking this way. I genuinely... I don't know. I don't know if it's literally pure insanity, or he's just, I hate to say it, but just evil. I mean, that is evil behavior. That's how I put it. Sorry if that's controversial, but that's what I think. That is evil behavior. Mistreating everyone around you, and in the way he did. You shouldn't mistreat anybody, but in the ways he did, it just takes it up a whole nother notch. Like 5 million notches. To me, it's evil. I am no, you know, psychologist or psychiatrist or anything like that, but yeah, I think he needs to get checked. It would suck, but I could see him bleeding insanity. I could. So we'll have to see. I mean, either way, it's not gonna look good. And the saddest part is that, you know, people that involved themselves with or the way he's involved himself with other people's lives, or people that have involved themselves with his life without even knowing, are all affected dramatically. You know, it's just, it tarnishes so much. It's such a big, like, circle. I just feel like people put too much faith in, you know, famous people, content creators, stuff like that. They believe that they're, like, you know, somehow better than most people or whatever. You know, truth is you don't know everything about them. They're not showing you anything that they don't want you to see. And, in some cases, you actually see it. It starts to literally leak through the seams. And it gets very concerning. Very fast. I encourage everyone watching, be careful who you support. It just is what it is. You know, it's too bad, but it's just kind of how it is. You know, I know you can't, like, foresee all this at the same time, too. So it's not like it's anybody's, you know, like, fault if they support somebody and then they find out something bad about them and then they stop supporting them. That's great. That's what you should do. But, so you don't blame somebody for supporting them from the get-go because they didn't know. You can't foresee that. And that's why I feel really bad about Asmongold. You know, he feels like it kind of lies on him that basically any of this happened. And that's very sad. That's very, very, very sad. There's no way he could have known. There's no way he could have known. And I know that's probably really, really hard for him to, like, actually grapple with, you know, and actually come to reality with. And it's gotta be very stressful, very traumatic to see something as big as your passion project, you know, a little group of friends and clan that you make, a business even, and it just starts literally tearing apart from the inside out, all because of one person for the last 3 years. And you can't really say anything about it because it's not your story, it's, you know, somebody else's story, you know. So you have to do with what the best you can at the time, and that's gotta be brutal. Like, I could not imagine, like, having to be quiet about that. Like, that's gotta be so painful. It's like, I know this horrible thing about somebody, and I want people to know but I can't, because out of respect, it's not my story. And that's insane. That's gotta take a lot of self-control. So I respect that. I do. And I'm sure Emiru does too. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. This sort of stuff happens to people. Gives them a bit of a reality check, you know. My only hope is that this gives people an opportunity to, you know, replace with somebody better. Much more serviceable. Much more, you know, deserving. That's all I got. Thank you. I'm not even going to be doing an intro or outro, sorry. I just can't.